Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? This is Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Hope you all had a great weekend, like I did, but unfortunately it rained on Sunday, but it happens. Still had a relaxing weekend, and I hope you all did too. This is actually the second take of this recording because I just did a whole update and realized that my mic wasn't on. So, this is the second time I'm doing this, but it's okay. I like doing it. I like talking. So here we go. We're going right into it. Today was not really a busy day as far as news goes. There wasn't any major news events to watch out for. So that made it a little easier as far as just wide open market to trade. But first thing I want to do is take a look at some comments from last Friday. And again, I appreciate all your thoughts, good or bad, positive, negative, whatever. We can all learn from each other. So don't hesitate to question me, to ask questions, thoughts, whatever you have. We can all learn. So I pre-read these just to save a little bit of time because YouTube only lets me have a 10-minute video, so I have to kind of make it fast and sum up. But Pips Prof basically just talks about other considerations that you could have looked at because this market is so choppy right now, particularly this pair. And he makes great points. If you have not read this comment, it's from the 515 post, and he talks about certain things such as trend lines, Fibonacci's, just other things that, even correlations that you could look at. And those are all great things. And if you're a trader, you need to learn these things and know how they work because they can help you in times like this. Now, the only reason why I don't put these things into consideration for this blog is because the purpose of this blog is not necessarily to just follow me as a trader, but it's to show people a basic system, follow that system to the T, or as close to the T as possible, because there are rules that you can break sometimes. But however, just to stay disciplined to a system, an easy system, and trade it during all sorts of market conditions, and just look at how the system will perform at all market conditions. And it's really meant for those new traders or people that have just finished the school and want to get their feet wet but don't know where to start, don't have any clue on how to make a system. This is hopefully a starting ground for them. And that's the whole reason why I don't incorporate too much into it, because they will learn that on their own. But like I said, I'm glad you put it on there, and it's great because they're probably reading this and now they can add that to their arsenal of trading tools. So definitely pay attention to those things. If you don't know about them yet, just research them. There's plenty of information here on the site, or ask it in the forums. But all of those things are great ways to help you with your trading. New to this talks about possibly entering during pullbacks, and pullbacks are another one of those things where they're great tools, great strategies for entering, because what happens is you get better entries, which means more potential profit and less risk. So what you end up having is you have a higher reward to risk ratio, which is a great thing to have for any trading. The only trade-off is that you will have less entries because sometimes when you're waiting for a pullback, the trend may not pull back. It might be too strong of a trend and it just continues to move up and you miss out on a lot of pips. That's the trade-off. There's always a trade-off. There's always a balance. However, it is still a great strategy and something that you might want to take a look at, especially if that's your trading personality. Maybe you don't like taking a million trades. Maybe you like waiting for that perfect entry and you don't mind missing out on trades that just skyrocket without pulling back. So anyways, that's something to pay attention to. Again, new to this, thank you for posting that. But again, the reason why I don't incorporate these things is because this system has been used for years and years and years. So I have complete faith in it, and it's again to show traders how to stay disciplined to a system during good times and bad. And right now we are going through a little bit of a slump, but that's okay. We got to keep our attitudes right, disciplined, and just trust that in the end you will come out on top because you're being disciplined. If you're not disciplined, then you don't know how a system will perform because you keep changing things. That's not to say you can't change certain aspects. You can learn about Fibonacci or pullbacks or trend lines. And those are things you should learn, but that will help you with the system. That will help you enhance you. It won't change the way you trade, but it'll change your perspective and you'll understand the market a little bit better. So it's good to learn those things. Finally, Pippenstein has a great statement, and he's talking about how the Cowabunga has been taking a beating the first 2 weeks of May, but now more than ever, it takes discipline to stay true to the system. And that is words of wisdom right there from Pippenstein. Systems can, you can't get down. It's just human nature to get down when you start taking a losing streak, but discipline will help you prevail and stay alive in this market. So great words of wisdom. And again, I thank you for all the comments that you guys leave. And with that said, I'm starting to preach now, so I just got to move on. It's about 6 minutes into this, and remember, I only got 10 minutes to do this update, so we're going to get right into the 4-hour chart. And I'm going to zoom it back to before midnight so you could see what it looked like. And you could see that the trend change candle was for a downtrend. This happened, I believe, yesterday. Excuse me. But the trend was down at the beginning of this day. Now, if I zoom forward, you can see today's action. We did get a new trend change candle. Again, that's part of that choppiness we're seeing. We've been getting trend change candles everywhere. But this candle was at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, and it closed at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So at 8 a.m., after the candle closed, we realized we have a new trend, and from 8 a.m. on, we are only looking for long trades. So to recap, from midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm looking for short trades, and from 8 a.m. on, I'm looking for long trades. Now I'm at my 15-minute chart, and I'm moving it back to before midnight. Again, there were no major news events to watch for, so we were pretty much wide open, and now I can just move the chart forward one candle at a time and just look for trades. Remember, at this point, we're only looking for short trades. And here we have a crossover, and this is at 2:30. Now we just look at the indicators. RSI below 50, stochastics trending down. MACD is positive and losing value, which makes this a valid entry. The entry is at the close of the candle at 51.32. Our stops at the most recent swing high at 51.69. And our near 0 or 50 level is at 5100. That gives us a potential profit of 32 pips, not accounting for the spread. And it's as simple as that, really, to determine a trade, an entry, stop, and a target. So once you're in the trade, it's pretty easy because you just watch, all the brain work is out of it, and you're just watching to see what happens. And it's pretty much out of your hands now. Here, unfortunately, we do get stopped out at 3:15 a.m. So what do I do then? Nope, I don't whine. I don't hit my computer. I simply move on to the next trade. And that's what you got to do. You got to have a short memory and just continue to look for trades. And at this point, it's about 4 a.m. We're still looking for short trades, remember. But you could see that the market is starting to take off. And right now, it's about 8 o'clock. And this is, if you go back to the 4-hour chart, you'll see that a new trend change candle is formed. And now at this point, we can start to look for long trades. The only thing was that today, the market didn't pull back enough for us to be able to enter. And so that is why we weren't able to re-enter the market. So unfortunately, today we had one trade and one loss. And again, that's part of that losing streak we've been on, this choppy market. But again, stay disciplined and feel free to leave those comments, questions, put them on the blog, ask them in the forums. I'll try my best to answer them. But hopefully this has been another learning experience, and there'll be plenty more in the future updates. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Cowabunga, dudes.